The way he has been welcomed, the staff and Stanford, it's just amazing. I've never seen that. And honestly, because him being alone, with nobody, no friends, no family, no nothing, so I think he has found a new family. For us, it means a lot. It's very, very important. And when he speaks about Stanford, the team, the staff, everybody, you can feel also the emotion and the feelings. So I think he has a second family now.
Having them to come over to Europe for a foreign tour, and especially to Paris and then to my house, was like one of the most heartwarming experiences I had. Full circle moments. Two families, one from Europe, one from America. These big pictures we have. It's actually now framed in my living room, like this big picture of just all of us like sitting there, connecting and like being able to meet. These are just things that when you come here for basketball, I'm here to compete, I'm here to get better, follow up and play professional. But then once you have them come over to your house, core memories almost, you realize, yeah, it's about basketball, but it's really about people you meet, the experiences you're going to have. This group of 16 players, the whole coaching staff are just going to be unique people for the rest of your life, unique mentors, unique supports. And I think it meant way more than they think it did to like have them over. I think it was really surreal.
When he started basketball, I can tell you something. I could see my son being like this, to stand up and be so proud. So for me, that's one of the biggest benefits of basketball. But yes, he's the tallest in my family. And I remember during the European Championship, when he was 16, he was the tallest in Europe at his age.
I was always more invested with swimming. I participated multiple times in national championship races. It was really my first love. And then eventually, once I got a little bit better at basketball and started playing with better players, like better coaches, better environments, I really started falling in love with the sport.
He went to a very famous school named Lycée Henri IV, and until the end of the graduation, he chose mathematics mainly. But the challenge is in France, if you want to do sport at a high level, and academic at a high level, you cannot. You have to make a choice. And for Maxime, it was not easy. For us either. So what we told him is you finish your academic part and then you choose. Then you have a true choice.
That's really what gave me the option to later come to Stanford, not just leaving academic behind and just focusing fully on basketball. Because if I have the abilities and like the opportunity to do both, then I should just keep both. Might be a little bit harder because of like the train ride you have after class to like go to practice, train ride you have to go back home, train ride to go to class, etc. Now that I look back on it, it was hard, but like it was the right thing to do.
So I was a taxi driver during 1 year and a half, very early in the morning or very late in the evening. Maxime was eating on his knees or doing his lessons on the way in order to save time for basketball. So at that time, we could feel with my husband, with Philippe, that he started to really enjoy and spend more time and dedication. That's why he finished the academic part, and then the magic came. I received a phone call. Are you Maxime's mother? Yes, I'm Stanford. Is it a joke? That was my first question. And then I realized that he saw Maxime playing in the European Championship. So that was a big, big shock for us. And what I could also say is when Maxime came back from school that day, he opened the door and I said, Maxime, guess what? I had a phone call. And I just said, Stanford, and I didn't finish the sentence. And he said, yes. I said, well, yes, I'm leaving. I'm not ready. He was ready. So it was not even a second. I said, they didn't say they want to hire now, but they want to discuss, yeah, but I will go. That's my dream. So for him, there was only one option outside of France and the academic part, it was Stanford. So that was a dream.
Coming from Paris, France, it is really not even a dream to like join schools like Stanford. Like for us, these are schools that we just see in movies, we just hear about on the news. Nobody really goes there. Like it's just like, it's not really possible. Like you don't realize there's a chance for you to actually like join one of those. I was just down right away. I thought that was a university that like fit the best for what I wanted in life, and what I wanted was basketball too. So I was just so happy. There was a little something inside that was like boiling and saying like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's really, really cool. So yeah, I think I said yes right away.
In fact, I knew it was his dream. And I think it took 2 or 3 teams meeting with the staff. And I remember once coach told us, okay, this is gonna happen and he's gonna have a scholarship. And honestly, I had to control myself not to cry. And when we finished, we were just shouting and dancing, and it was a fantastic celebration. So we knew for him this was the only option he really wanted. And he told me, I will do anything to go there. Because, you know, for him, he had to also take a lot of exams, academic part, and a lot of things. It was COVID time, not easy to do all these things, but believe me, he was so committed. So.
All these people are just so invested into our program and so invested into the humans that are playing, and not only like basketball players, if that makes sense, that they really want to make it feel like this is my second home, kind of my big brothers, my like second dads, if I could say. And they're all here for me, and I think that really meant a lot, and I really felt it right from the first day where we had our first Zoom from my living room, where they really had this thing of, you're not going to be at home with like your sister or your parents as you're used to. You're going to be at home with like people that are going to be mentors for you. You're going to develop yourself as a man as well. Playing in Nanterre was kind of unexpected. I never thought I would play them again once I left. Work out with a professional team, start playing the EuroLeague under 18, eventually got me selected national team as well. Like, they did a lot for me. They really did a lot for me, and they never asked anything in return. I want you to be the best players you can be. And so being able to play against them and in front of the whole public, which I like pretty much knew like all of them. Like, I always recognize faces when I saw the film afterwards. I was like, oh, I know this guy, I know this girl, I know everybody. I was happy to be able to like reconnect with them during that game, and it really made me feel this club had like left like a footprint on me. Like, there's always something of me that's going to be attached to them, because they clearly gave me the ability, like, the opportunity to show myself at a very high level, which eventually got me to like come here. So I'm so grateful for that. It felt pretty good when like you get announced to like your former club. You're kind of stressed. You're like, oh, are they gonna like me? Are they gonna dislike me? And eventually it was all love and all support. Yeah, it was great. It was really, really great. For Europeans, national team is almost like the ultimate goal. I think we all take a great pride to like represent our country. Some people say it's a duty, pure like pride and happiness. I think every time I have the opportunity to do it, I'll do it. So it all started in like under 16 for the first European Championship I played. Then we had COVID, so everything was canceled. And more recently, under 20 European Championship as well, won the gold medal. Amazing experience.
First, if your son has a dream and you can help him, just do it. Maxime is a very humble one. And I can tell you, I believe he needs to perform before feeling he can be good. You see my point? So I think this first selection was for him also very important turning point. Okay, I could be one of these, and then I can allow myself to dream about it. That's the way he proceeds. He had a lot of emotion linked to the fact he was playing for his country. When he was called for the 18 and now the 20, each time he has a strong, I would say, positive and proud feeling of, okay, I'm gonna play for my country. And it's very important for him. There is no option. I'll be there and I'll do my best to be selected. Again, it was a dream for him to participate. And I think it made him realize that he was part of the happy few. I think until he was selected, he was not realizing that he could be a good player or he had a big potential. And this time, I can tell you, he just went there to win the medal. That was definitely a target.
The thing I loved the most about it was that throughout this like multiple years of national team, there's a core of players, like 5, 6, 7 players that always come back. And I think being able to win with these guys, with the guys I almost started basketball with, Amel Traore, who was in the like under 20 team, I literally started playing basketball with him under 14 or like under 15 back in the day. It's been many years we've been playing together. And also playing in national teams and playing European championships or world championships makes you play against the best of the best. We played Victor, Wembanyama, and I played in under 16. That's where you see how good like these guys are, how good he was. Really meant a lot for me to be able to like win with your friends. Like, these are not even like your teammates anymore, but these are like really like your friends, your brothers, like you've been playing with forever. Last summer was just an absolute movie. Like, it was just amazing. All these guys that like you meet once in Europe when you guys are like 15, 16, 17, and then multiple years later you see in the league or like on like the highest professional level inspiration that comes out of it. You are at the level of these guys, you can compete with these guys, and eventually they're part of the best in the world right now. Continuing like this trajectory and be like, okay, I can be one of them too, and I can be in the league later, I can be in professional national team, I can be in the Olympics too. An amazing experience as like a competitor, amazing experience as a Frenchman. They are just here for the boys and are just ready to like give everything they have and just win games every time.